I'm making The Amazing Digital Circus into a horror game. The Amazing Digital Circus took the world by storm, and yet there is still no video game. Quite frankly, this is a crime against humanity, and I will be prosecuting every other game developer for it. Look out, Xbox! For this game, I'm going to adapt the first episode. It'll have 3 basic parts. An introduction, a part where the monster chases you, and then the attempt to escape. You'll be playing as Pomni, of course. I got started straight away with some basic code. Normally, my games are all made the exact same. First person with a flashlight, you're able to sprint, you know. In all honesty, I quite literally just copy the code every time. However, I saw a game online getting popular about piglets from Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, this looks scary as hell. I'm gonna copy that. I set up the cameras to be in the corner of each room, and for them to always follow Pomni around. What the flip? That's not Pomni, that's the ominous and mysterious cube. So I killed the ominous and mysterious cube. Now normally, I get all the art and 3D assets done next. But today, I'm gonna do some sound design. Unfortunately, I find it hard to concentrate on listening due to the evil creature that lives in the basement and screeches at all times. Luckily, I have a solution. That's right. This video is sponsored by Raycon's Everyday Earbuds. These excellent earbuds have many extremely useful features. Most importantly, their active noise cancellation makes the screeches of the evil creature in my basement completely silent. It's also good for when I'm at the gym and need to focus on my games. They've got a 32-hour battery life, which is perfect for long trips. I also usually forget to charge them. Luckily, Raycon has me covered, because with only 10 minutes of charging, you can get 90 minutes of listening time. Perfect for listening to copyright-free music on YouTube. I don't want to get sued. They've also got these protective case covers. I got the Sunset one, which goes with my blue Raycons. They also support wireless charging, so you don't have to take the case covers off at all. It's time to save big for Black Friday. Go to buyraycon.com/fin to get up to 30% site-wide. You did hear me correctly, up to 30% off on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/fin, and it supports the channel. And do not fear, if you don't love them as much as I do, Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video, it is quite good. Okay, now on to the sounds. First thing to add is an eerie ambience to the entire game, so that it feels like anything could be hiding in the dark. For example, abstracted cough mode, pain, Freddy Fazbear. Next we need some sound effects. We're gonna need footsteps. I tried to use the perfect sounds, but I don't think they quite work. Instead, I found some online. They were completely free. The website just needed me to input my credit card details and my social security number. I obliged, because I'm kind of on my low-key, chill, and friendly arc right now. I certainly love having the amount of money I currently have, and I hope nothing happens to it. These footsteps sound good. There is one more thing we need for sounds, though. This is my first game which will have dialogue, which means we need speaking audio. I'm gonna do something like what Animal Crossing does, where they speak. I did some research into how Animal Crossing speaking works, and then did it myself. First, for every letter, I recorded myself saying it. Next, I sped up that audio and made it higher pitched. Then, I set up some code to take some text and play the audio files very quickly after each other. After finishing that, characters can talk to you. Check out this conversation with, is that the ominous and mysterious cube? Yeah! This game won't have different levels like my previous games, but it'll be broadly split into 3 parts. An introduction, Cosmo chase, and going through the office looking for an escape. Let's start with the introduction area. So we start off the game by having Pomni in the circus. I made some tiles for the floor, I think we'll be using those a lot, some curtains for around the walls, and some boxes too. The big advantage of this limited camera view is that I don't have to render any sort of stuff, which is good, because I am lazy. Next, I added this effect that makes it look pixelated and retro, because that makes horror games scary. Then, I added all of the other characters. I downloaded a bunch of models from Sketchfab, because I didn't want to model the characters. Again, I am lazy. I hit some basic animations onto them and gave them dialogue when you talk to them. Most of them just say kind of random things. I didn't add Zooble because I forgot, to be honest. Now, I could have made this more accurate than the first episode, but I haven't watched it in 6 months, so I don't really remember it. And I didn't want to watch it because lazy. For Kane, when you talk to him, he tells you about the boinks, or whatever they're called. I added the boinks and made them run around. Omni didn't actually go anywhere near the roinks for most of the episode, so don't expect to see much of them. Anyway, once that's done, you can go find Kaufmo by following Jax. Speaking of Kaufmo, I made the hallway to go see him next. Ragatha and Jax are back once again, and you can talk to them. I don't remember what they said in the show, so I made up realistic dialogue. By the way, I didn't show this before, but for the little character pop-ups when you talk to a character, there is actually a tiny version of the character in the world. I just made it really small and put it in front of the camera. Finally, for this room, I made it so that when dialogue dialogue ends, Cosmo emerges from the wall. Jax tells you to run, and then you have to go back to the start and get out of that room. Cosmo is slightly faster than you, but you have a bit of a head start, and you better take it. At this point, I also added in the jump scare, so that when Cosmo gets to you, he can go. For Cosmo's visuals, I set up a system that makes his vertices displace along a randomized pattern with. Oh wait, I need to speak English. I made him wobbly, like pretty wobbly. Cosmo's AI in this section is really easy. He runs down the corridor. If he gets you, he does a jump scare, and then the game resets to the start of this area. Now we can move on to the second part, the Cosmo chase. For this part, you need to move forward while staying out of Cosmo's reach. To do this, I've given Cosmo 3 weaknesses. He can't climb or get up to higher areas like you can. He can't see in the darkness, so you can hide in shadows. And he gets distracted by points and chases them when he sees them. To progress through this level, you have to go through 3 parts with each of these weaknesses. First of all, I made a very small series of platforms. You can try to win this by carefully timing your moves against Cosmo, or you can just jump over him. For the next area, there's these circular shadow areas that you can move to and from to hide yourself from Cosmo. Luckily, Ragged Guy is there to tell you about it, and also kind of be weird. If you do get caught in the light, Cosmo will easily catch up to you. However, getting to shadows can still save you, because Cosmo has seemingly lost his object permanence. He's like a toddler. Now you see me, now you don't. Next part, there's some gloinks. If you lead Cosmo near them, he'll go and attack them instead of you, and you can get past him. At the end of the last one is the exit door, which leads you to the third and final part. The exit is comprised of different rooms that all look the same. To represent this, I made them mostly the same, until the last one, which has a computer in it. When you go through this, you'll emerge in the void, a wonder of animation, truly beautiful to look at. I made a worse version of it. I put Kane in it, and when you go up to him, he can take you back to the circus. Once you're here, he tells you to eat some food. Unfortunately, due to budget restrictions, there's no money in my credit card anymore. Weird. There's no food on the table, so you just kind of have to sit there as it plays the music. Now it's time to get some reactions. Normally, I get a friend to play it, but I have no friends anymore after that credit card scam. They were only using me for my money. That's okay though, because while I may be broke, I will never lose my clout. I've got 375,000 subscribers, which means random YouTubers will listen to me. Normally, you get like a couple of people to play your game, call it a day. Not me. I always go full speed, all cylinders firing, unstoppable. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing at the moment. I sent emails to like 100 different Twitch and YouTube streamers. I reached out, I wheeled and dealed, I negotiated. I got no people answering me. Yeah. So I took out a big loan so that my friends would come back and play it. Here's one.
When does this game get scary? There are simply too many gloinks. Skull. Oh, this is the guy, the mouth guy. What's his name? Kane. Where am I? The Amazing Digital Circus! Subscribe to Finn! I've released a bunch of gloinks. What is a gloink? What are these? Oh, this is the rabbit that people think is hot. I'm in the scary hallway. These doors don't do anything. Great game design. Let's see what Cosmo is doing. I am Jax Amoga. Oh, what is a dog? Is that Cosmo? Put in your little jump scares. You think you're so smart, but oh, it's chasing me. Stop! 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 Let me leave. I'm jumping. Oh, the door. You're not gonna get any jump scare content out of this because I'm too good of a gamer. Cosmo is past here now. Yeah, I can see. Can't see you in the circle shadows. I don't believe you could design a game that well. It's probably wrong. Oh, luckily he can't see me when I'm in the circle shadows. Cosmo is in here now. Yeah, I got that. Cosmo will be distracted by gloinks. Oh, that's what the gloinks are for. Cosmo is not even looking this way. I can run straight to the door. Some delectable water for my troubles. Exit. Okay. Some more delectable water for my trouble. Exit. Yeah, this one of your funny little games, pal. Oh my god, I'm in the digital. Amazing. Am I about to get out of here? He's gonna say no. This is the Last Supper. I guess this really was. What? I guess this really was an amazing digital circus. Wow.
Alright, that's the video done. Sadly, I will have to become homeless now due to that credit card scam. Unless you head to buyraycon.com/Finn to get up to 30% off your next purchase. Check it out in the description. Thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel. Thanks to you, I was able to get all my money back from the scammer